We're seeing a lot more kids starting to come through this time of year. We're looking at going back to school, kids sports, all those things. You know, the more we use our feet, the more pains, more problems we get. So I guess I just want to run through what we're going to do when you bring your child in. We really look at the child from a whole point of view. We're looking at history in terms of what they're doing, what sports they're playing, how often, what shoes they're wearing. You know, all those things come into it in terms of coming up with a plan. When you bring your child in too, we'll be looking at doing range of motion testing, so we'll look at how their foot moves, making sure there's nothing going on in terms of development as well. That's a really important part. Then from there we'll have a look at walking, things like that, looking at the specific issues as well, so looking at things like Sever's disease and stuff like that in terms of growth plate issues with bones in the heel and things like that. And then from there we can really come up with a plan in terms of looking at what activities they're doing, looking at how they might need to be changed, looking at shoe wear. Shoe wear is really important in terms of child foot development too, because we're looking at, you know, if a child's fairly small, the amount of weight the amount of force they're putting through their feet is not that great. So often we get a big change just with a good pair of shoes. But then from there we can also looking at putting orthotics in their shoes as well, and that can really help to give them that stability and give their body the ability to really grow in the way that they need to. So the muscles are working in ranges which really allows them to develop correctly, and it's really important. So if you're seeing your child limping, you know, they're playing sport, they're not keeping up, anything like that where it just doesn't look quite right, really need to come in, give us a look over. It doesn't take all that long, but we can give you some great advice about where to go from there too.